Maverick Traders. This is Rob Reinhold. It is March 27th. So we basically have 2 days left before we close the books on March. And frankly, we don't even have really 2 full days because the US and European equity markets are going to be closed on Friday for Good Friday. So do not expect there to be good movement on Friday. I think we got about 18 more hours of decent trading activity. And I'm not even going to say it's decent trading activity. Let's jump into what happened today. In this session, we're going to go through the trading day. We're going to break down all the news. We're going to take a fresh look at the market. We're going to score everything from a +3 to a -3. And then we're going to look to pair up the weakest against the strongest and look for our pairs there.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional Forex and crypto traders. Maverick Currencies is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional Forex and currency trader for Maverick, click the Apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
All right, today we had really not a whole bunch of news, and we had a really boring Forex market. Let's take a look at the news of the day. Last night, we got Australia CPI at 3.4%. Expectations were for 3.5%, so it was less than expected, but there really wasn't any movement on the Aussie dollar today. The yen hits 34-year lows, so we are at extreme levels on the yen. And there's a lot of talk about possible Bank of Japan intervention at 152 on the US dollar yen cross. Okay, whenever we get into this point, we've seen this point for the last 2 years where the Bank of Japan becomes active, or at least people think they're going to be active in intervention. You typically just get heightened volatility. And remember, the Bank of Japan, the most likely time they're going to make this announcement is in the morning in Japan, which is really about 11 to 2 a.m. Eastern time. That's the most likely time we get these intervention spikes. So I just think you need to be expecting that, which means that if you are trading yen, you've got to expect that we get these big spikes that could ruin your trade and cause a lot of slippage. Or my advice is avoid yen. Just avoid trading yen right now until we get out of this volatility period. I want everyone to take a look at these numbers and take a look at them and just understand this is where we are right now. This is almost no movement. This is over an entire day. Take a look at how small these ranges are. Now, we're going to take a look at some charts. We did get some movement, but by the end of the day, anything that was up earlier in the day fell apart. Anything that was down, it rallied back to really close completely flat. When we take a look at the other markets are doing just great. The S&P went up almost 1%. Crypto, this is pretty much all Bitcoin Cash. We'll take a look at crypto here in a second. Gold up, oil up. Everything else is moving except for Forex. Forex just is not moving. If we take a look at our currencies or cryptos, you can see that Bitcoin had a big jump. Everything else was down about 1 or 2%. We'll take a look at these charts. I still think that the cryptos are a better trading market right now than Forex is. Overall, looking at the market, this is a +3 market. Let me take a look at the S&P. We got this pullback over the last 4 days, and you can see that was it. It happened on fairly light volume, and now we've got a green candle off to the races again. Everything about this chart is bullish. There's nothing bearish about this chart whatsoever. So we have equities in a bullish market. We've got cryptos. We'll take a look at them, but they are in a bullish market. It's the Forex market that's just not moving at the moment. Let's take a look and see what we have on the schedule here for the next couple of days. And you can see we have Canadian GDP tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern time. That may move the CAD. The CAD has been strengthening. We'll take a look at this. The CAD is a strengthening currency. Then the last bit of news, and this is kind of strange because this core PCE price index comes out on a day that the stock market is closed. So it really is actually good for Forex and for crypto, because anyone who wants to play this number, they're going to have to play it through a market that's open. And that Forex market and crypto markets are going to be the only ones that are open. I know for me, ultimately, I am done for the week after tomorrow. I'm just not looking to trade on Friday. I do think if we get a big miss or a big beat on that core PC price index, Forex could turn into a good trade just because it's one of the only markets that are actually open. Let's go ahead and look at some charts and let's find out where the movement actually is in this market. I'm going to go down the list of currencies here and just show you again what the currency baskets are doing. So take a look at yen. Yen has just been flat for the last 4 days. Take a look at dollar. Dollar has been flat for the last 3 days. Swiss franc has been moving lower. So Swiss franc is actually moving. Euro hasn't done anything over the last couple of days. Not one thing. Pound, nothing. Has done nothing over the last 4 days. Again, we're looking for where is the movement. CAD has been basing here. I like this chart pattern. I like it quite a bit. Had a big run up and then we based, but it's not moving. Where is the movement here? Look at Aussie. Aussie hasn't done anything. Look, it's been up and then lost it. Today it was down and then recovered. Ultimately, it's not going anywhere. Even the Kiwi, that's been the worst currency over the last 3 days, it's been basically flat. Whenever you see this, this should discourage you from trading, not encourage you. This should discourage you, saying, oh, things aren't really going anywhere at the moment. Let me see where else I can look to see some movement. If we come over here to the cryptos, all of a sudden we see much better movements off of the cryptos. And we had this pull back here. We had this bounce, but you can see that we have reached a new little high here. So ultimately, this is going to be some resistance here for Bitcoin. It's got to get through this 71,000, 71,200 for it really to be a decent buy at this point. If it does pull back here, it's telling me that this did not make a new swing high. If it did not make a new swing high, I have to basically say that the trend may be over, that is more consolidation. Bitcoin Cash had a big move today, and you can see it broke out and broke higher. If you're going to make a trade here, if it was between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, I'd say you have to be in Bitcoin Cash. But we all know how Bitcoin Cash moves. It does these big crazy moves and then usually gives them back. Big moves, gives them back. I do not trade Bitcoin Cash much at all just for this reason. I find it very difficult to try to catch this when it's moving. Here's Ethereum. Ethereum had this little rally up here too. Again, it's failed at this moving average and it's turning down here. So there's just not much there that looks great. Here's Litecoin. This one looks okay, but the fact that it didn't really break out and run past this 95, the fact that it sunk back down, it's telling me to be cautious on it. Ultimately, when I go out there and I look in the Forex market and I look at the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin Cash is really the only thing I like at the moment, and I don't trade this one much. Other markets are looking better. If you take a look at like the gold market, look how good the gold market is starting to look here. A big run. We've had a base now for about 3 weeks. It's starting to pop up at the end, at the top range of this base. I think other markets are better. So look, we have a saying at Maverick. The saying at Maverick is trade the market in front of you. Not the market you want it to be, not the market you think it should be, but the market that actually is. Let's take a look at how everything stacks up. This is the market right now. And you can see I got a whole bunch of stuff right in the middle that we don't like to trade. +1 to -1, we don't like to trade it. So we're really left with two things, and we can't even trade the Swiss franc. I mean, you could and try to pair it up maybe with the CAD or the Aussie, which is, you know, the best looking currency at the moment. Or you can go trade Bitcoin Cash, which, like I said, I don't really love trading this one. This is why I'm looking at this saying, you know what, I think I am going to be mostly done for the week and for the month, and then I'll just come back next Monday, and hopefully trading is going to be better. But since we are here, I want to take a look at one currency cross here. Let's go ahead and take a look at CAD Swiss franc, because I do think if there was a trade to make over the next 24 hours, it's going to be CAD Swiss franc. So here is CAD Swiss franc, and you can see it's actually moving here on a daily chart. We're breaking out here. Yes, we got a big upper shadow here. This typically could mean the end of a rally. We saw this same pattern back here. Rallies up, it gives this exact same chart pattern. This is just literally the same thing, and you can see we had pulling back here for about 2 to 3 weeks. Got a very similar pattern. If we get a red candle tomorrow, I think you have to say that this thing is definitely not ready to go. However, if we can get a green candle that moves up, this could still be a possible buy here and a nice little breakout of this short-term resistance here. So I don't love this one. I don't really love any trade here, but if I am gung-ho on making a Forex trade, this is the only one that makes any sense to me as far as relative strength and weakness. Just nothing else makes any sense whatsoever. If you want to take a look at this on a 4-hour chart, maybe a breakout above this 66.72 area, maybe all the way up here to 66.75. Breakout above that could possibly be a buy point, but like I said, I just don't love anything here. To reiterate this all again, nothing looks great here. Trade less. I do think there is a possibility that on Friday, since all the other markets are closed, Forex and crypto could be a great trade. I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm looking for reasons not to trade, not looking for reasons to trade. I'm ready just to get through this month, get through this week. I'll come back on April 1st, and I'm hoping the market's going to be a lot better then. That's it for me. Thanks for joining me. Bye, everyone.